Most salespeople are going to try to sell the way that they're comfortable selling. Think about that customer that eats your lunch. Think about that customer that you avoid, that you don't like, that you probably talk crap about because of their personality or their characteristics. Just like, why don't you like them? What is it about them that really eats your lunch, and how is it that you're not closing them? If you're a lot like me, like I used to blame a particular type of customer all the time because of their characteristics and not take personal responsibility for those things. Like that used to really eat my lunch, and that particular customer spreadsheets, graphs, and maps, and I already blew it. Most salespeople sell the way that they buy. So they'll sell to their characteristic. If you're really enthusiastic, you love communicating with a very enthusiastic person. If you're very passionate, you love very passionate people. If you're very reserved, you love very reserved people. Usually we are most comfortable communicating with people that are like us, people like themselves. But here's the idea behind this, is that if we only do that, then we're limiting ourselves to about 15% of the population. Because if we block this down, there's about 30. You can split people into about 1/3. So 1/3 of the people are like you, but then you don't have the skills to sell that 30%. So that's going to limit you to about 15% of the population, which you now have as potential prospects. Here's the idea behind this, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I used to do. One of the things that I used to do is I would avoid neighborhoods. I would avoid customers. I would talk crap about these particular customers, and I would avoid them at all costs because I didn't know how to close them. And in fact, when I would leave the house, I would blast out, hey, the customer was this or the customer was that. And I would give away all my personal power, because until I take personal responsibility for me not closing them, it's always going to be somebody else's fault, and I never have the ability to change it. It wasn't until I learned people's patterns. There's patterns underneath every single person, and a lot of times they don't even know they have them. These patterns, these looped ways of thinking, just run below the surface. And so the customer is going to buy the way that they're comfortable buying. And unless those needs or those programs are being met, they're not going to buy from you. They're not going to buy from anybody unless they feel safe. Once I understood this, I finally could start selling those people that I used to avoid. I finally have the combination lock. So it's like, now I have the combination code to get into the vault. Understanding this has now opened up an entire world to me, because now I understood them. And here's the thing. Most salespeople are going to try to sell the way that they're comfortable selling. They're going to communicate the way that they're comfortable communicating, and they're not going to have the wherewithal to be able to understand the customer and meet them where they're at. Understanding people, understanding psychology, understanding hypnosis is really what allowed me to understand people at a much deeper level rather than that surface level. The surface level will get you so far. It'll get you about 15% of the population, which are potential prospects. But what about the rest of those people that you failed to serve? Here's the idea, is you meet them to where they're at. And in this video series, I'm going to walk you through different strategies to meet them where they're at, and to be able to pull them to where the state that they're going to be in by purchasing your service or your product. I've sold over $50 million in kitchen tables, one-to-one selling, not multi-level, multiple people selling, but one-to-one selling. And I've been able to find this through my hard-fought-won experience. Now, the idea behind this is to meet them where they're at, but to be able to understand people and empathize with them, but then also to be able to pace them and then lead them into the desired state, which is going to be buying from you, purchasing your product or your service. In this next video, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to use a Jedi mind trick. And this Jedi mind trick works on everybody, not just on particular types of people, but this Jedi mind trick will work on every single person you ever come and encounter. Make sure to tune in for this next video so that you can have the Jedi mind trick.